game.
Well, talking to both coaches, there is no doubt both of them call this a gotta-have game, because you're heading into the final couple of weeks of the regular season. You need a victory to kind of catapult into the final weeks.
Oh, absolutely. And both of these teams have been struggling a little bit in league play, you know, kind of been up and down. And so this is a big, big win for whoever wins this game tonight.
Tanea Hilton, you talked about Jillian Hayes being the heartbeat of the team. Tanea Hilton, she's the engine of this team. Turnover, that's what Texas Tech wants to do.
They do, but they're going to have to work to do that, because Cincinnati is one of the best teams in the league at keeping their turnovers low. They only average about 12.8 turnovers a game.
And Texas Tech returns the favor. Hayes coming up with a rebound. Again, Cincinnati coming in with a record of 14-10. They've lost a couple in a row. Picked 13th in the conference, but they've been really hit by injuries this season. They lost Destiny Thomas, Aisha Dea, Alliance Ndiba, and of course for this game, Chloe Mann, the outstanding freshman out of Duncanville. She is out tonight's game, and she was supposed to start. Danae Fritz launches the three, rattles it home.
And this is what Tech wants to do. They want to be able to rebound. One, because Cincinnati's such a good offensive rebounding team, they want a defensive rebound and get out and run and score easy baskets in transition before Cincinnati can get their defense set.
Well, one of the things teams have done against this Cincinnati offense, they've zoned them a lot. We saw in the Kansas game, they went to a 2-3, 3-1 type defense. Texas Tech is expected to play a little zone tonight. Shot clock inside of 6. Go inside. Delaney Snyder getting her 4th start, the sophomore from Richmond, Virginia.
And that's where I think Sarah Sonogo did a good job of being straight up, making her finish down there. Delaney Snyder has struggled to finish in the last handful of games around the rim. So you want to make her make shots.
Well, you saw immediately they wanted to go to Sarah Sonogo on the inside. Yesterday in practice, the team spent a lot of time getting it to the inside, to Sonogo and also to Kyla Freeland. They feel they have the advantage down there, even though Cincinnati clogs the post pretty well.
Right, they do have a size advantage at certain times, especially when Delaney Snyder will sub out. But I think good things happen off of paint touches, either high percentage shots or kickouts for threes.
Fritz thought she had the rebound. Ariel Jackson, the junior out of Brooklyn, New York, comes up with a rebound, and a foul is going to be called. And that'll be on Kyla Freeland. We look at it again.
Oh, yeah, she kind of fell back into her, kind of inadvertently, but.
Now, Tanea Hilton, she is running the point for the Cincinnati team, and when they got her, that allowed both of the Jacksons on this team, Reagan Jackson and Ariel Jackson, to move back to their natural positions. And talking to Tanea Hilton out of Toronto, Canada, earlier this season when they played TCU, she goes, I want to put pressure on people. Here's Jackson. Launches over Shavers, a little long. And Jasmine takes it away, and the foul's going to be called on Delaney Snyder. Let's talk about Texas Tech and the keys to the game tonight for the Lady Raiders.
Well, first and foremost, they have to rebound. Like we talked about earlier, Cincinnati is second in the Big 12 in offensive rebounds. So Tech's got to do a really good job of rebounding, especially on that end of the floor. Protect the paint. That shot we saw, that's what Tech wants from them. They want to keep them out of the paint and make them take long jumpers and make them take threes, which is not what Cincinnati wants to do. And lastly, Tech's just got to make shots. You know, it comes down to it at the end of the day. They've got to put the ball in the basket when it matters, and I think that was the biggest disappointment in the Baylor game, is they had some open looks against a really good defensive team, and they just couldn't get them to go down.
Well, Krista was telling us that earlier today during shoot-around. Jasmine Shavers, the sweeping left hand, offensive rebound, back out Moffitt. One of the things Coach Merriweather said, we cannot let Moffitt and Shavers get going early in this game.
We hear that a lot from
we hear that a lot.
And clearly, you know, they're their two most consistent, best scorers. You know, we've talked about all season having that third person step up consistently for them. But yeah, Bailey Mop and Jasmine Shavers, they make this team go, especially on the offensive end.
What a great talk with Coach Merriweather today. We spent about an hour talking about everything but basketball. Outside Shavers launches and buries the three. Last 2 games, she's made or taken 16 field goals each. That's above her career average. Ball's going to belong to Cincinnati. Let's talk about the keys for Cincinnati tonight.
Again, they got to rebound. They know they're going to be undersized at points during this game tonight. They've got to continue to battle on the glass. Defend without fouling. Tech does a really good job of getting themselves to the foul line. And let's be honest, Cincinnati doesn't have a lot of depth right now with their injuries, so they've got to not foul. And then they've got to take care of the basketball.
Unselfish play, Maupin. Sarah Sanogo counted. Cleaning it up. And a timeout's going to be called as Texas Tech has jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Katrina Merriweather telling me earlier today, she said, we've got to start out, stop, score. We've got to throw the first punch, and they haven't been able to do it.
No, Tech has definitely thrown the first punch right now, and they've came out great, attacking the rim, getting on the glass, and rebounding for second opportunities. Great job there by Sarah Sanogo.
Timeout is called. Texas Tech. They've hit 3 of 8 shots. Cincinnati looking for their, how about the last 10 opponents? Texas Tech's defense has held those opponents under their season average.
Right, and like we talked about in the open, their defense is doing everything that they need to do. They're holding opponents under their average. They're turning people over. They're rebounding at a really high clip. And as their offense continues to get better and better, and they shoot with more confidence, and their field goal percentage has been good of late, that's what makes them dangerous going into tournament time.
Well, 2 of the last 3 games, Tech has shot better than 47%. In the Baylor game, they shot 57% in the first half. First basket of the ball game by Reagan Jackson for Cincinnati. Sophomore out of Kennedale, Texas, has turned into a 3-point shooter this season. Tech staying with their starting 5. Ball movement is important. Oh, nice ball fake by Shavers. Opens it up for the 3. She's got her second of the ball game. I keep waiting for Jazz to look up in the stands to see if her parents are there. Camille and Chris, they have driven to just about every game, not here for this game. Back in Mesquite, Texas. Guys, we miss seeing you. Kyla Freeland. No substitutions the first 5 minutes for Tech, something we haven't seen in a while. Shavers, great pick by Freeland, opens up. Jazz, no. Out of the pack, here comes Reagan Jackson. Coached by her mom, Rhonda. In fact, Krista Gerlich's dad actually coached Rhonda in high school. From the outside, the 3 won't go. Ariel Jackson, they get the offensive rebound. Something that the Cincinnati team does well.
They do it really well, and Tech has forced them into outside shots, into some threes, and that's what they want, because that's not a strength of Cincinnati, but they've got to put bodies on people. Long shots lead to long rebounds.
And they're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Just 19% of their points, Cincinnati, come from 3. That's 334th in the NCAA. Tech started out hitting 3 of their first 8 shots. They've missed 2 of their last 3.
But I like the options that they're getting. I thought that was a great penetration and transition. Jasmine Shavers kicking out to an open 3 by Bailey Maupin. Those are shots you'll take any day.
Hayes on the step through, count the basket and the foul. Jillian Hayes finds ways to get to the free throw line. She averages, are you ready for this, 8 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, that's incredible. She's just so strong and physical and good around the rim. She knows how to get into her defender and finish around the basket and get herself to the foul line, and she does that really, really well. Second in the Big 12 in free throw attempts. So you've got to do a good job of being physical, staying straight up, and not fouling her.
Well, Sarah Sanogo, Kyla Freeland out of the lineup. Maya Pettis checked in along with Jada Wynn for Texas Tech. Jillian out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Solid free throw shooter at 73%. That's going to be a foul on Hilton. And it'll be Tech's basketball. Leading by 7. Coach Merriweather, great talk with her today, talking about her team. She likes this team a lot.
Cincinnati in a press here, picking up full court after that dead ball, which we see a lot of from Texas Tech.
Right.
So, you know, see who wins that battle of handling the press, taking care of the basketball.
And Texas Tech will have it. Don't forget, against Baylor, they led Baylor by 10 in that first half.
Right, they played so well in the first quarter there. That's where I think Tech has a lot of their turnovers. It just was an ill-advised pass into the post. You see the defense shrinking in there on Maya Pete and trying to force it inside anyway. I think you got to move the ball and then you can get it inside better.
Well, the last 3 games, Tech has really done a good job protecting the basketball more. Only about 15 turnovers a game. That's below their overall season average of 18. Trying to go down low to Hilton. And the my bad sign given by Brianna Byers, the sophomore out of Paris, Kentucky.
We're going to watch that matchup on Jillian Hayes all night because immediately they put a smaller guard in Jada Wynn on Jillian Hayes, and they immediately went to an ISO post-up play trying to get her the basketball.
Good call on that. Here's Jada Wynn. Fritz already with a 3 so far tonight. 3.5 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter. Maya Pete kisses the glass a little hard. Rebound pulled away by Reagan Jackson. Pete, no. Fritz got it. 3 straight games. This has been an outstanding offensive rebounding team. Cincinnati, they've been over 14 offensive rebounds the last 3. Michael Price, the official, calls the foul, and that's going to be on Byers.
Ooh. I think that ball bounced off her forehead.
I think it did too. Here it is again.
It's being defended.
Doink.
Kind of being held a little bit there. She was trying to catch it.
She was. It did get her in the head though. Logan Johnson's checked into the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Shavers wisely pulls it out. Jackson stays with her. That's going to be 3 seconds on Maya Pete. That'll be a turnover for Texas Tech. That'll be their first turnover of the ball game. Let's see if Texas Tech's going to go into some type of zone. A lot of teams have done it because they like doubling and even tripling Jillian Hayes, who's got the ball now. Tech's going to stay into that man-to-man defense.
I think that Tech's got the size to go one-on-one with Jillian Hayes, so that their man has been working so far. They've gotten Cincinnati to take the shots that they want them to take.
A little hesitation. Jackson on the drive off the glass, counted and a foul. When you talk to the coaching staff of Cincinnati, you say, describe Ariel Jackson. They say, makes plays.
Absolutely, and that is why Cincinnati leads the Big 12 in free throws made per game, because they're just strong, they're physical, they're going to go hard to the rim. They know how to draw those fouls and get themselves to the foul line. 17 made free throws a game.
That's huge. That's number 2 in the NCAA, along with the Big 12. Logan Johnson got lucky on that. The double was coming hard from Jackson and also from Daly Dunn. Shavers will trigger it in.
Cincinnati in a little bit of a zone here now. A little bit of a matchup zone.
One of the things Krista Gerlich said, our ball movement has been better. Kind of got a little stagnant there. Pete can't get it. Rebound by Byers. The shot was there, though.
It was there, and I think when Maya Pete gets the ball in the paint, those are shots that she's got to finish around the rim there. Those are critical baskets that you need, you know, that get your field goal percentage up. And if she's going to get touches down there and they're going to make an effort to go into her, she's got to be able to finish those around the rim.
Well, Tech 0 for their last 5. Their scoring drought now closing in on 4 minutes. Johnson comes away inside of 1:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Texas Tech trying to snap that losing skid. Neither team shooting above 29% so far in this game. Logan Johnson had a little path, gave it up instead. Shavers buries the 3. Her 3rd of the ball game.
There's better ball movement there that led to better offense. Penetrate, kick, extra pass. Excellent. Jazz Shavers has the hot hand right now, so you want to find her at the arc. That was a great extra pass by Jada Wynn.
2 times this season, 3 times this season, she has hit 3 or more from beyond the arc. Pete, quick outlet to Shavers. There you see Tech trying to get it over the timeline quickly.
And that was a big part of their game plan. Rebound and run, rebound, push the tempo, put pressure on their defense early.
Krista Gerlich going to make mass substitutions, almost a hockey sub. They got 4 players set to check in. Moppet, no. Wynn can't get the rebound. Pulled away by Byers, who averages about 3 rebounds a ball game. Less than 40 to play in the first. Hayes over Pete, a little too strong.
Again, you're seeing a lot of outside jumpers. Cincinnati had success when they were getting the ball off the bounce to the rim, getting to the foul line, being aggressive to the rim. Right now, they're settling for a lot of outside shots, and that's playing right into Texas Tech's game plan.
I mean, you look at the shooting percentage. Cincinnati, not a good outside shooting team. 2-second difference, shot of the game clock. Inside to Pete, working on Hayes. Whistle and a foul's called. And that'll be the first on Jillian Hayes. These are the shots you're saying that Maya Pete's got to finish.
Right, and I like that secondary move, going to the rim. Like, go into your defense, go up into her. She is so strong and so powerful. You know, I think she got the foul there, but I think she could have gone in and go to the rim there with all of her strength. That's got to be an and one.
Maya Pete, a graduate of Chandler, Arizona. Only 60%, and again, Texas Tech. Last 5 games, they've shot just 56% from the free throw line, and that was a killer in that Baylor contest. And the drops continues. Offensive rebound. Bristow has it swatted away. Nice job, Delaney Snyder. It would go if it counted, and it won't. So Texas Tech jumped out to an early.
They've got to continue to turn people over and create offense from their defense.
One of the things the coaches were telling us over the last 2 days, that's not going to go. Last touch by Texas Tech. Rebounding is going to be such a key at Texas Tech right now, +3 in rebounding.
Right, the biggest stat of that, though, is they've held Cincinnati to only 2 offensive rebounds. Actually, one of those was a dead ball. So only 1 offensive rebound, and they have missed 12 shots. So that is an incredible percentage right now, because Cincinnati is an incredibly good offensive rebounding team.
Well, Cincinnati doesn't run a whole lot of actions on offense. They got to give it up. Ramaya Bird is checked into the lineup. From the outside, Daly Dunn, the transfer from Loyola Marymount in her 5th year.
And that's a big shot for her, because she's been a little bit struggling as a shooter of late, and so that's her first 3 in Big 12 play.
Was also an outstanding trackster at Fresno State and then Loyola. Logan Johnson inside Sonogo, short-armed it, got it right back. Adley Blacklocker's specialty is threes, can't get it. Rebound, Cincinnati only down by 4. Quick hustling over to Dunn, no. Rebound, good hustle. Logan Johnson gives it up to Fritz. They've got numbers. Adley Blacklock buries the 3.
Shooters aren't going to miss 2 in a row.
No, not her. Well, she just went over a season high for 3-pointers made. That was her 34th of the year. Had 6 3-pointers versus Abilene Christian earlier this season. Jackson on top. Logan Johnson didn't buy any of the fakes. Shot clock at 2. Shot clock at 1. They get it inside. Quick shot by Snyder.
Just a really quick late duck in there by Delaney Snyder. Sarah Snyder got a little too flat, ducked in, good finish around the rim.
Now Snyder needs to score. She has only 4 points the last 5 games prior to tonight. In that span, she was just 1 of 15 shooting. From the outside, Sonogo battles for it. That's called running the floor. Outstanding job by Bird.
Most of their points that Cincinnati has gotten so far have come in transition. Tech's got to do a better job of getting back and getting the ball stopped. We've seen Ariel Jackson make a couple of plays just because the ball hasn't been stopped in transition. And
again, that is an unforced error. Logan Johnson thought Sarah Sonogo was going to dive to the hole. And Coach Gerlich's going to bring Kyla Freelon back into the lineup, and Jasmine Shavers. Bird's going to go out along with Ariel Jackson for Cincinnati. Coach Gerlich looking for that right combination. Good practice last couple of days for Texas Tech. Very competitive. Hilton out front. She's going to be guarded by Shavers. Michael Price, I think, they're going to call a foul on Sarah Sanogo.
It's been getting a little touchy down in the post between Sanogo and Delaney Snyder, so I think Michael Price is just trying to nip that in the bud.
Well, what stands out for Sanogo, she's got 5 rebounds already in the ball game. She had been challenged because she had only 3 rebounds the last 2 games. That's a 3. Barry. Nice job by Reagan Jackson. Career high field goal percentage this season.
Cincinnati in a little bit of a zone here. Tech's got to be good, got to attack some gaps, get the ball to the middle there. Kyla Freelon, inside out threes, always good.
Ellie Blacklock, no 7-0 run for Cincinnati. They've hit their last 3 field goal attempts. Blacklock inside. Maya Pete can't finish inside again. Whistle and a foul. They're going to get bailed out, and I think it's going to be on Jillian Hayes. That'll be her second. You don't want to get her in foul trouble. Maupin back in. Blacklock out. Jillian Hayes is going to stay in the lineup. And again, she's a 5th-year senior. She knows how to play with 2 fouls.
She does, and right now with all the injuries, Coach Merriweather doesn't have a lot of depth, so she's got to trust her 5th-year senior to be smart and not pick up a 3rd foul.
A lot of switching on the inside. Shavers left open for 3. Hilton got a piece of it. Kyla Freelon to Maupin for 3. Got it. Texas Tech averages 6 made threes a game. They've got 6 already here in the first half.
They've done a good job shooting the ball tonight, and I like the threes that they're getting off of offensive rebounds, off of extra passes. The threes that Tech is getting are good threes, and that usually results in a higher percentage.
5 assists for Texas Tech out of their 7 baskets made. Foul is going to be on Maya Pete. That'll be her first personal foul. That'll be a kick. You know, you look at Texas Tech coming in 10-5 at home. Some of their losses: West Virginia, number 7 at the time, TCU number 11, Oklahoma State ranked, Utah receiving votes, and number 25 Baylor.
There are no nights off in the Big 12, I tell you.
Not a bit. From the outside, 3 rattled around by Jackson. Maupin thought about it, way outside. Pete sets the pick. Shavers in traffic. That's going to be a travel.
It was kind of blocked there, so I couldn't tell. She must have dragged her foot or something when she got into the traffic on that lane line drive.
It was tough to see. Now this Cincinnati team coming off a 69-50 loss to West Virginia. They had 24 turnovers. West Virginia took advantage of it with 23 points. That was a season-high turnovers in that game.
Right, Cincinnati only averages about 12 or 13 turnovers a game, so they basically doubled their turnovers in that game. But to their credit, West Virginia does that to everybody.
I mean, West Virginia played outstanding inside, and again, you got Delaney Snyder played outstanding in that Kansas State game. That 4th quarter was unbelievable. K-State expected to get Ioka Lee back this week. That'll be a huge addition for Coach Mitty.
It will, and that changes how they look.
Oh, absolutely.
People aren't going to be happy about that going into the tournament.
Freelon has it knocked away. Shot clock inside of 10. Shavers hesitates. No place to go. Forced that. It was a 1-on-3. Cincinnati has hit 4 of their last 5. Trying to get their first lead of the ball game as we go inside of 5 minutes to play in the half. Hayes for the lead. Whistle and a foul.
Is that going to be on Snyder?
I think it's going to. That'll be on Jazz Shavers. So Jasmine Shavers is going to be called for the foul. When we come back, Cincinnati will have the basketball. Trying to get their...
I think they've got to pick it up defensively. They're getting in the paint where they forced a lot of outside shots early in the first quarter.
Right.
And then offensively, I think their shot selection has waned a little bit since the first quarter as well.
It seemed like the ball movement. I mean, they're dribbling into a bunch of jerseys that don't say Tech on the front. That doesn't help.
They've done a good job, though, so far on Jillian Hayes. She's been real quiet so far. Only got 2 rebounds, only 1 field goal.
Here is Snyder off the glass. Got it. Delaney Snyder checking in with 6 points. Again, only 4 points the last 5 games.
Right. She's done a good job finishing around the rim tonight and being aggressive.
You know, Coach Merriweather was very high on her this afternoon. Says that gives the opponent something else to worry about. You got to keep a body on her, and we know she can score. Jada Wynn inside. It's going to be rejected. Big time block by Byers.
Oh, great defensive play there by Logan Johnson, chasing her down, getting it tipped. Her teammate just couldn't come up with it once she tipped it from behind.
It's like Tech is hesitating a lot on offense, like right here.
Right, and I thought
Jada Wynn did.
Right, I thought Jada had the dish right back to Kyla Freelon around the rim.
Cincinnati will bring it in. Byers, by the way, that was her 7th block of the season. The 3 on the way, no. Offensive rebound, long shots, long rebound. Cincinnati's got it. Less than 4 to play. Cincinnati with their first lead of the ball game. Second 3-second call tonight.
I think I understand what Coach Gerlich is saying there, too. You can see from the Baylor game, they were up. The ball pressure was tremendous. They were in passing lanes. And I think defensively tonight, they're being a little bit passive. Now, I know they are protecting the paint more tonight. They want to force Cincinnati into more outside shots, but I do think they can have a little bit better ball pressure, get up into some passing games a little bit more, and just be a little bit more disruptive on the defensive end.
Plenty of time to get it off over the timeline. Here's Bailey Maupin. Ball movement has been key for Texas Tech. When they do that, they can be efficient on offense. Pete inside again. Still can't get it to go. She's 0 for 4, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Pete.
And that's a frustration foul right there. Just compounded a mistake. You know, she's got to be able to finish those around the rim. I know that's good length on her, but you got to put that in. And then just a little bit of a frustration foul after she missed that shot.
Now the scoring drought for the Lady Raiders now at 3 minutes. They're only 1 for their last 8. Cincinnati taking advantage of it. Cincinnati won both games last season between these two teams. The game at home here for Texas Tech a lot closer. Only the 3rd overall meeting between these two. Inside, no. Fritz, good defense.
Good, they've got numbers here. Can they take advantage?
Logan Johnson inside, count the basket.
Logan Johnson is the one guard that when she gets going downhill, she does a really good job of finishing around the rim and getting herself to the foul line. This is just an aggressive take in transition. They've got numbers, stayed aggressive to the rim. Her offensive aggressiveness has increased throughout the season, and it has been fantastic to watch.
Now she coming off a pretty good game versus Baylor. Had 7 points in that contest, was 3 of 3 shooting. Maupin comes out of the lineup. Kyla Freelon comes in, and here is Logan Johnson. Having a career year, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas. Career high field goal, 3-point percentage, and assists per game. Actually, her free throw percentage has gone up lately. Dunn back out front. They'll set it up with Hilton. Started her career at Georgia, then went to Texas A&M. Having a career year here for Cincinnati.
Tech in their 2-3 zone now, trying to keep the ball out of the paint, force them into some outside shots.
And again, Jillian Hayes not in the lineup. She has 2 personal fouls. Kyla Freelon, she is going to be, well, they're going to call jump ball. Possession arrow will belong to Tech. Good job, though, by Snyder.
I think that's a good call. They were both kind of fighting for it with their long arms reaching up there.
You know, the word going into Baylor, and again today, Texas Tech has got to box out. Had problems in that Baylor game. Today, Fritz looking for her 2nd 3. Johnson the rebound. Shavers kicks it. Today, Fritz launches. Kyla Freelon, offensive rebound. That is the 11th from the outside. Win no. Pulled away by Byers.
And that's really good offense there. Good penetrating kick by Jasmine Shavers. She made the right read there on that kick to open three. They got an offensive rebound, kicked it back out for another wide open three. And I think those are the shots that Krista Gerlich is talking about. Those are wide open, great threes. You've got to be able to knock those down at a higher clip if you're going to want to win close ball games.
Shot clock inside of 5. Tech by 1. Baseline, Johnson cut it off. But they're going to call a foul on Logan Johnson. I thought she did a pretty good job of cutting off the baseline.
I did too. Watch it again there. Yeah, she just got by her a little bit, got hipped.
Adley Blacklock will come back into the lineup. And Tanea Hilton will come into the lineup. Such an athletic player. One of the things she was telling me before that TCU game, she goes, you know, I'm committed to defense. Music to any coach's ears.
For sure. When players are bought in on that end of the floor, it's great. That's only their 4th free throw, though, of this half. When we talked about they average 17 made free throws a game. So that's fantastic right now that Tech's only put them on the foul line 4 times.
Tech's got to take advantage of it this last minute and 30 here in the opening half. Shavers running the show out front with Danae Fritz.
Cincinnati also back in a zone.
And Texas Tech turns it over. That'll only be the 4th turnover of the ball game. Quickly, here comes Jackson. Pull up, no. Freeline snatches it away. Then is going to be fouled by Jackson. And that'll be her first personal foul.
Ariel Jackson, that was such a smart play, though, did such a good job playing that passing lane in their zone because they had a clear extra pass to Adley Blacklock wide open in the corner. And Ariel Jackson defended that really well, came up with the steal and deflection off of it.
65 seconds left in the opening half. Freelon pops way out front. Byers comes out with her. Shavers runs into the double. Jada Wynn launches off the back of the iron. Danae Fritz causing havoc. Wynn with 10 to shoot. Shavers gets a step on the defense off the glass, can't finish it out.
Again, I like the looks that Tech is getting offensively, and I think that's why when I talked to Krista today, I was like, Coach, what are your keys for tonight? She's like, we got to make some shots.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You know, and at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You've got to be able to be good defensively, and then you've got to put the ball in the basket. It's really not a difficult game.
Exactly. About a 4-second difference shot of the game clock over 4 minutes since Cincinnati had a field goal.
Good defense there by
the
team.
With 4, 3. Shavers may have gotten away with a walk. The turnaround at the buzzer counts. Breaks an 0 for 5 shooting slump for Texas Tech. And that'll give them the lead at halftime. I'm old. Shot clock inside of 5. Exactly what Texas Tech wanted to do. Danae Fritz with the steal. And her 5th point of the ball game.
Coach Merriweather not happy with that first possession out of the locker room. And of course, for a team that doesn't turn the ball over a lot, they've had a couple of just kind of silly turnovers tonight that have led to some points for Texas Tech.
Now, Jillian Hayes, tough first half, only 1 of 5 shooting. Got in foul trouble. Only played about 12 minutes. And again, they worked the shot clock down. Texas Tech worked on what they called the high school 3-point line. Pick them up there. Let them take the long 3 so they could live with that. Shot clock inside of 3, and they throw it away. 2 possessions. Texas Tech with 2 good defensive efforts.
Yeah. Good deflection there, and then taking it down, easy buckets, and that's what Texas Tech wants, creating offense from their defense.
And again, they want those transition points. They think they can run against Cincinnati. Shavers, they switch. Shavers takes it hard on Delaney Snyder, can't get it to go.
Tough finish there over Delaney Snyder. She's got good length there, and you had the elevator screen coming on the backside.
That is a nice drive, and Hilton who averages 13 points a ball game with 2. More field goals and free throws made than the previous 3 years combined for Hilton this year. Shavers. Nice job, Jackson, stopping her in her tracks. Fritz with a shot clock reading 7. Freeline with 5. Freeline, nice rejection by Hayes.
Hayes so good on the defensive end, just good eye-hand coordination. That should put her 1 block away from being the all-time leader in blocks at Cincinnati.
Yeah, she just tied the Cincinnati record. With 1 on the shot clock, TCU is not going to get it off. Nice rebound, Sanogo leads the break. Tech has numbers if they hurry.
Cincinnati going right back at him in transition, leaving some points on the board.
And how about back-to-back blocks by Hayes, the all-time leading shot blocker in Cincinnati history, and then the foul.
She's done and meant so much to this Bearcat program.
Yes.
A Cincinnati native who stayed home and has stayed there all 5 years. And that's pretty rare in this day and age, so I think that's awesome that she stayed home representing her hometown and has had such an outstanding career in the Bearcat uniform.
And she is such a selfless player. I mean, when you look with, and Deba got hurt, they had to move her to the 5. And she's done everything Coach Merriweather has asked her to do.
Right, asked no questions. This was like, Coach, where do you need me to play?
Right.
Is playing the 5. At 6'1", she's guarding a lot of post players in this league that are a lot bigger than she is. I don't want to say stronger because she is pretty dang strong, but guarding a lot of bigger players than her, and has done it without a word of complaint because it's what her team needs.
She is a total team player. Now Cincinnati back up by 1. Shavers launches the 3 and rattles it home. That is her 4th 3-pointer made so far tonight. And Tech back up by 2. Jackson on the drive, no place to go. Hilton, jump stop, throws up the prayer, got it. Hilton's got 8.
Tough finish over Maya Pete there, but again, that's what Cincinnati wants to do. They want to get in the paint, and that's where they can be really effective with high percentage shots.
Jazz Shavers, 4 3-pointers made. That ties your season high. And we are knotted up at 29. Tech turns it over again. Boy, nice job, Bristow, keeping Jillian Hayes off that right block. Hayes goes to the other side. Entry pass, they don't bring the double. They wanted to bring the double on the dribble. Didn't do it that time, and Hayes took advantage of it.
And this is what we've been waiting to see from Jillian Hayes all night long. It doesn't matter if she's pushed off the block. She's so good down in that low post area. That is just brute strength right there. Backed her down, finished that with contact. That's where Jillian Hayes is good, and that's what we've been waiting to see all game long.
And at the line, it's going to be Hayes. Kind of playing a different role now. So unselfish. And again, becoming the all-time leader in shot block history for Cincinnati. And count it. That'll be on Snyder, the foul. Logan Johnson with a little reverse.
Excellent decision there, and that's what you should do against a shot blocker. She was attacking Delaney Snyder, who has got good length around her, took it under the rim, used the rim as protection, finished a nice little reverse layup, and won. Really nice job by Logan Johnson.
Johnson now with 4 in the ball game, go along with 3 rebounds. Trying to knot this thing up. Not able to do it. Whistle and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be on Maya Pete. And that'll be her 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, she came down on her face.
And Pete's going to have to go out. Yeah, Pete's going to have to go out. Kyla Freelon's going to come back into the lineup. And now Tech's going to put a little pressure on him. One-point advantage for Cincinnati. Their biggest lead has been 3. The pull-up by Hilton buries it. Double figures for Hilton.
That was really good defense by Logan Johnson contested. But we talked about Jillian Hayes is the heart of this team, and Hilton is the engine. And right now, since the half, it has been all Hayes and Hilton. And that's what you expected from your 2 best players. We're going to get a heavy dose of them in this second half.
And Cincinnati ended that first half. No field goals, the final 4:30. They were 0 for 5. Hilton again! She's got a dozen.
And that's what you need your senior leaders to do when you're struggling to score. They have taken over this ball game. Hilton says, okay, I'm going to put this team on my back. We're going to attack. We're going to get to the rim.
Bristow for 3, buries it. Jalen Bristow did not hesitate. Locked, loaded, hit her 10th three-pointer of the season.
And again, Hilton, just a little inside out, slithered her way through 2 defenders, got to the rim.
After
top
timeout
finish.
was called, there was contact by 1 and 20.
We're in 13 of their points here in the start of this second half. And so you knew we were going to get a heavier dose of Hilton and Hayes coming into this second half.
And our producer, Cindy Bacchus, called that a skerfuffle.
I think that's a great word, and that's what it was. It was nothing.
But you know what also is great?
What?
Sydney got engaged over the weekend on Sunday. Congratulations.
She did. Congratulations to our great producer.
Awesome. Very happy for you. She texted us as soon as she got it, too. I thought that was really cute. So I don't think anything happened. And Bristow, you know, Jalen Bristow is one of the most low-key players. I was kind of surprised. That she got into it.
Technicals?
Double intentional, they're calling it, on Bristow and on Hayes. Once again, we appreciate the officiating crew coming over and explaining to us. So basically, it was nothing.
Right. But I guess they felt like they had to give them something.
Yeah, I know, really. But they did get a foul. And now Texas Tech's going to put a little pressure on, trailing by 2.
We haven't seen a lot of Tech's full court pressure tonight.
Are you surprised at that?
A little bit, because Cincinnati's got such good guards that can get by and they can do a good job breaking a press. But I don't know, it's kind of what Tech does, and they're good at it. So I wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit.
And it's a short bench for Cincinnati tonight.
Right.
Shot clock at 10, plenty of time. Hilton. Back up over Logan Johnson. That would have been incredible. Offensive rebound pulled down by Byers. Another one of those coaches' kids. You got about 4 or 5 players on the Cincinnati team whose parents were coaches. Catch, shoot, Reagan Jackson buries it. And the lead goes to 4. Jackson is such a competitor for this Bearcat team. Shavers working hard. Bristow, no. Rebound pulled away by Hayes. Hayes averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, 9.7. That was just her, let's see, third rebound. Oh, first rebound a game.
Yeah. The number for me, though, is 4 offensive rebounds a game. That's incredible.
A nice job, Kyla Freelon stripping her. Danae Fritz back to Shavers. Picked up by Hayes immediately. Freelon guarded by Byers. Shavers wide open. Look, buries her 5th three-pointer of the ball game.
and she still has the hot hand in the second half, so you got to keep feeding her the basketball at the arc, and that's where she's been a little bit better tonight, knocking down her open threes, and then her decision-making off the bounce has been better, finding the kicks when she gets into the paint.
Well, that ties her career high of 5 3-pointers made. She did it last February against TCU. Lead is just one. Tech with an opportunity to take advantage of things. Bristow to the hole. Tech's got the advantage.
Jalen Bristow with a steal, pushing it off, taking a little contact, getting to the rim and finishing.
3 points the last 6 games for Jalen Bristow. She's got 5 tonight. And the foul's going to be on Logan Johnson. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. Things are heating up in Lubbock. The outdoor temperature of 19. A lot lower than it is inside. How about this, though, by Bristow?
Jalen, again, excellent job getting the ball, pushing it off, taking contact, and then finishing at the rim. Closer and closer to that, and it's more on the offensive end of it where they have those dry spells, which, you know, other teams can really take advantage of.
5th time game has been shot tied, and now that is the 9th lead change. Well, Hilton's going to go out. Jackson comes back in for Texas Tech and for Cincinnati. Both teams are shooting better here in the second half. Jasmine Shavers, though, 6 points in the third, hasn't missed from 3.
Oh.
And that time it was a little tie-up between Dunn and Calafrila.
I didn't hear a whistle blow. So
I didn't hear it either.
They were just going to let that play on.
Here it is again.
She's fighting through the screen, but that is a foul.
Yeah, that is a foul. Daily Dunn out of San Ramon, California. Texas Tech has got to take advantage of the offense now. Freelon pops up. Hayes follows her.
Cincinnati back in their 2-3 zone.
How about Jalen Bristow tonight?
And really good shot. Just flashed to the high post. Nobody came with her. That's an easy open jumper they've got to knock down. Good offense there by Tech.
Back and forth between these two teams. Bristow now with 5 in the ball game. Check that, 7 in the ball game. Hayes. Tech's done a nice job on her. Dunn from the outside. No. Jada Wynn boxing out. Shavers, the no look. Bristow for 3. Hayes the rebound.
I like the push and the sharing of the basketball there, but I think Jess Shavers had a layup in transition.
I think she did. It's funny, I was talking to Eric DeRue, assistant coach for Coach Gerlich, and we were talking about boxing out. He says they've got to do it today. From the outside, Reagan Jackson. Reagan Jackson, the last 2 games, just 1 of 10 from 3. She's 2 of 5 so far tonight. Bristow got deep, can't finish it. Nice job knocking it away by Byers. Cincinnati has hit 6 of their last 8 shots. Boy, they gave Hayes a lot of room in that corner.
Well, they know she's not going to shoot it out there. So you either got to back off and sit in somebody's lap and help off, or you've got to get out and really pressure the basketball and make it difficult for her to pass when she's out there.
Ariel Jackson, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Nice defense, Jasmine Shavers. Now Tech's got to get something going offensively.
Cincinnati has had a few turnovers this half that are a little untimely, and now Tech's got to take advantage of those opportunities to get the ball back.
Ramaya Bird back into the lineup, the redshirt freshman of Colorado Springs. She was coached at one time by former WNBA player Candace Wiggins. A lot of these Cincinnati players have had outstanding high school coaching. Final 25 seconds, and the foul's going to be called. And the foul is going to be on Daly Dunn. That'll be her second personal foul. And Danae Fritz will bring it in, Coach Merriweather's team. Right now shooting 39%, holding Tech to 31. 6-second difference, shot in the game clock. Shavers launches, and a new career high from 3.
I'm not sure how Cincinnati didn't find her. She's the one person right now that you have to find in the zone, and she was left wide open.
And then the steal, and they're not going to get a shot off. How about Jasmine Shavers? 6 of 10. They can't let Shavers get going, and she has. They've been able to hold Bailey Maupin fairly quiet tonight. Maupin just 1 of 4 shooting. Shavers the rebound. They'll set it up again. Wynn getting the start in the 4th quarter. Sanogo out front. Wynn with 5 to shoot. Today Fritz, that's a deep 3 off the side of the rim. And I think that may be off Snyder. That was a pretty good play by Sarah Sanogo to make sure it got off Snyder.
Well, when the clock starts winding down like that, too, the ball has to find its way back to Jasmine Shavers or Bailey Maupin, who's not in the game right now. But those are the 2 on this team that can create their own shot, and that's who needs to have the ball in their hands when the clock starts winding down.
And that's something they worked on a lot yesterday, is when the shot clock was winding down, and not to have the ball just stall all of a sudden.
Right.
Here is Fritz. Shavers gets around, or Logan Johnson gets around the defense. Sanogo, offensive rebound, battles inside, draws contact in the foul.
Sarah Sanogo just gets stronger and stronger. She's been so good of late on the glass. She was about to power that back up through 2 really long defenders there, but battling with Jillian Hayes there on the offensive rebound. Look at that power move, dribble into the body of her defender, taking that right back up and drawing the foul.
Sarah Sanogo at the line. Last 2 games, 0 for 4 from the stripe. Make it 0 for 5.
The free throw line has not been good to Texas Tech in these last couple of games. And they started out as one of the top free throw shooting teams in the country. They were really doing a good job because they can get themselves there, and they were hitting them at a high rate, but just struggled of late of putting the ball in the hole from the foul line.
Well, that helps. That's the first free throw made by Tech. They're just 1 of 6. Sanogo, by the way, 7 rebounds today. That's the most she's had since Iowa State back on January the 14th.
We've talked about in close games like that, those points really matter.
Oh, big time. From the outside, Hilton again. Tanea Hilton lighting it up. She's got 17 in the ball game, 4 over her season average. She had 27 earlier this year versus Colorado.
And that was a tough contested 3 there by Hilton.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of shots that I think Tech is going to live with, forcing them to take those outside shots.
Boy, Sanogo working so hard. She was calling for the ball, didn't get it. Shot clock at 5. Shavers launches, tough shot, no, into the hands of Hayes. That'll go down as rebound number 7 for Jillian Hayes. She's got 11 double-doubles this year. 2 straight games, and the 3 is buried.
Reagan Jackson has been such a good, third scorer there for this young group, after Hilton and Hayes. Man, she has stepped up and been feisty tonight and knocked down some big shots when they need it.
Well, 3 of the last 4 games make it 3 of the last 4 games. She's been in double digits. In that span, she has averaged 12 a game. And she's got 13 tonight. Maya Pete, Jalen Bristow coming back into Tech's lineup next break. The lead is 4. Sanogo, she's going to be called for the foul. Looked clean.
I don't know about that, but you can't even give them anything to call, because you've got Delaney Snyder, who going off the bounce, that is just not her game. You've got to make her make a tough shot there. Don't even give the officials a chance to blow the whistle there.
Good point. 6-0 run with Snyder trying to add to that for Cincinnati.
You know, we talked about both of these teams have incredible records when they're able to hold teams under 60 points. Well, tonight we got a low-scoring game. Both teams are going to be under 60 points, so it's going to come down to who can make shots in the fourth quarter. And right now, it's Cincinnati.
Absolutely. Cincinnati is up their field goal percentage to 42%. Tech still under 30. Snyder did a good job in that first half. She's got 7 points to go along with 4 rebounds. And the pocket is picked. Nice steal by Hilton. Almost lost it. Spin move inside, no. And it's going to be Texas Tech's basketball. Hayes stepped out of bounds.
I think they got a little lucky there that Hilton mishandled that dribble a little bit, because she picked her pocket there, and that was going to be a layup, but she mishandled the dribble. You know, wasn't going to be denied, though. Continued to attack the rim, little spin move there. Battling for the glass. You know, Jillian Hayes is going to be on the offensive boards, and I think they just kind of fell over each other there on the in-low.
And, you know, watching tape of Jillian Hayes, she works so hard on rebounding.
Right, and she just has a good nose for the ball. She's a smart player. She's physical.
Well, she's coming off a 20-10 game versus West Virginia. Tech now down by 5. Cincinnati 7-0 run. Pete wants it. Fritz a little lazy on the pass. Hayes got a piece of it. This is not a pretty offensive possession. Fritz on the drive. Rejected again by Hayes.
I'd like to see them get into some more pick and roll actions, you know, or continue to move up. So I get one to get the ball inside to the post players and get it in the paint, but Pete is not having a great night finishing the basketball. So I don't know, put her in a different action in a pick and roll, let the guards continue to attack, because that's where the scoring's coming from tonight.
Hayes has just tied her career high in blocks with 4, and of course she's already become #1 in blocks, passing Bev Obringer, who did it back in 1984 to 89. That'll work.
Wow, got bailed out there.
Yeah.
Again, don't give the officials any chance to blow the whistle there, especially when the shot clock is winding down.
I think they're going to have some very special people going to lead the team out. You'll have to come here to see it yourself. It's called a tease.
All in celebration of the 50th anniversary of Lady Raider women's basketball. So they've had an alumni lead the team out to the court every game so far this season and have introduced them on the court. It's been pretty special, just honoring all the years of Lady Raider basketball.
I think that's neat. Again, Texas Tech just not good from the free throw line, just 2 of 8. Free throws what really hurt them in that Baylor game.
Right, in a close game like that, every point matters, and especially when you're struggling to shoot the basketball.
6 minutes to play. The lead is 4. From the outside, the 3 won't find the net by Jackson. Nice job by Hayes keeping it alive, and it'll be Cincinnati's basketball. And again, we mentioned about the free throw shooting. The last 5 games, Tech just 56% from the line.
They were battling for that from this angle. It looks like it might have been out on Jillian.
Well, they gave it to Cincinnati. You got to get on Hilton. Hilton 17 points tonight. Deep in the corner, Jackson buries the 3.
She has been the X factor tonight for this team, and she's just so feisty on the defensive end. You know, you said earlier she's been moved more to her natural position, playing off the basketball. She did a great job running the point for them last season, though, but has now moved off the ball and has really benefited from this offense being able to catch and shoot and make timely big shots.
Well, the last 3 games, she has shot only 29%. She's shooting 60% tonight and 50% from 3. That foul's going to be on Reagan Jackson. Bailey Maupin has been very quiet tonight.
She has been, but late in the game, you've got to have Bailey Maupin in. She can create her own shot. She can get herself to the foul line.
By the way, Reagan Jackson's made 4 3-pointers. Her career and season high is 5.
Cincinnati only averages 4 made threes a game. That's just not really part of their identity.
Right.
But they've done a really good job tonight knocking down some open shots.
Bailey Maupin, who missed 2 crucial free throws in that Baylor game, knocks them both down. Ariel Jackson back into the lineup. Byers goes out for Cincinnati, but the lead is still 5. Cincinnati's led by 7 in that opening quarter. Tech led off with a 9-point advantage. Coach Gerlich countering with Logan Johnson, Jada Wynn coming in. Going to give Jazz a little bit of a rest with 5:15 to play. Need her for the home stretch. Hilton.
I like this defensive matchup, though, with Logan Johnson on Hilton. She's been so good tonight getting downhill. Put a big physical guard on her.
Mopping on Ariel Jackson. She has shown she can play defense this season. Boy, today Fritz gets tied up. That opens it up. Whistling a foul, and is going to go against Tech. The rim wasn't quite round enough. Jackson thought she had the shot go down.
They're letting them play a little bit. That was a little bit of an illegal screen there. She's trying to get through that screen, but battling on the rebound. I think they just got tangled up. Foul on Jada.
And that'll be her first personal foul.
But that's how you have to battle with a player like Jillian Hayes, because she's just relentless on the glass.
She is 100% for 40 minutes. Snyder looks inside, one-handed grab. Nice job by Jackson, just corralling that pass from Snyder.
Well, she just cut right in front of Logan Johnson. There's a really nice pass to her, and nobody collapsed on her there. You've got to go make a play for that. Ball scores, move to the ball.
And how about that, the block on Bailey Maupin. Nice job by Hilton. Cincinnati with their biggest lead of the game at 7. And I think Coach Merriweather is going to call a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Here's that block again.
Yeah, got her from behind. Nice defensive play, stepping up, scoring the basketball too.
Cincinnati will have it, nearing the 4-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Hayes directs traffic. Here's Hilton. Jackson with 5 to shoot. Pull up from 18, goes about 19. Danae Fritz had it. And going down hard was Jillian Hayes. And in an awkward way, she went down hard.
Yeah, you don't ever want to see that, and I hope that she is okay. Again, just battling on the glass, running in there. Just lay it. Oh, she went down backwards. Yeah, that's a tough landing.
And she grabbed the knee. She's still down. And the training staff of Texas Tech had to come over also, see if they need anything. For Cincinnati, 3:49 to play in regulation. They lead by 7. That's their biggest lead of the game. They're trying to snap a losing streak of a couple of games. Tech trying to snap a 6-game skid. Jackson up top to Jackson. No. Logan Johnson fights for it into the hands of Kyla Freeline. Boy, Hilton was all over her.
That's a rebound Tech had to have. They needed good possession here. They got to score. It's such a low-scoring game. When points are at a premium, you can't waste any possessions.
Jasmine Shavers, no. Pete taps the rebound. Freeline comes out of the pack. Shavers, they're giving her a lot of room. She backs it up to set it up. Shavers on the drive, off balance, draws contact in the foul.
A little bit of a bailout there. That was going to be a tough shot, but took the body. And at this point, hey, they got to put points on the board. And if it's with the clock stopped, then that's even better for them right now.
Sarah Sonogo coming in. Maya Pete's going to go out. Tech has a scoring drought of over 210. And here's Jasmine Shavers. It's been a solid year for Jazz. Already broke her career high for assists and career high for assists per game.
Here we go, one left, straight
Tech hasn't made a field goal yet in the fourth quarter. And this is where they really struggle. In a close game, they've got to be able to put the ball in the basket. That's why the most important key tonight was just making shots, especially in a close game like this. You know, they've managed to get to the foul line and put some points up, but they've got to generate some field goals.
Boy, Ty Hilton runs in to Kyla Freeline. They're going to call Freeline for the foul. Look at it again.
Yeah, I don't like that call.
I don't like that call. Ty Hilton's the one that initiated contact.
Not at this point in the game, and not when they've let them play pretty physically so far this game.
Jackson gets around. Shavers can't finish. Rebound, Logan Johnson. The foul's going to be called as Johnson goes down hard. And that'll be on Tanae Hilton. That'll be her second.
I think just wrong place, wrong time. She was there, and Logan Johnson came down on her. So unfortunately, that is a foul.
Well, you make a good point. Get points while the clock is stopped. But Logan Johnson, this is not her strong suit. Only 47% from the line this season. But she's 1 of 3 so far tonight.
And these are much needed points from the foul line. This could get it back to a one-possession game.
Rebound taken away by Byers. And then a jump ball. Cincinnati will have it, but the possession arrow will then flip-flop. But it still gives Tech a chance to put their press on. Looking at Jillian Hayes, she is up. She's walking in the tunnel right now, stretching. We might be able to see her come back.
She's one tough kid if she comes back into this game. That was an awkward fall.
Hilton to the hole, counted in, a foul. Hilton with her 19th point of the ball game.
When they have needed a basket tonight, they have
lost for Texas Tech. And the foul, I think, is going to be on Ariel Jackson. And that'll be her second personal foul. So we'll go down the other end and shoot it. 2:29 or 2:31, I should say, to play in regulation. Cincinnati and Texas Tech neither have a foul to give. Coach Berryweather, she's got a couple of timeouts left. Coach Gerlich's got 3.
Still a lot of time left.
Oh, yeah.
And these 2 free throws would be big here.
Kyla Freeline, the junior out of Denver, Colorado, started the last 6 games. Only 7 points the last 5 games for Kyla, but pulls this one and Lady Raiders within 4. Into the hands of Jackson. You get it into Hilton's hands.
Cincinnati did a really good job there, breaking the press, getting it in, now pulling it out. Clock is in their favor right now, but they can't take too much time off. It is still a close game. Tech, it's only a 4-point ball game.
Shot clock at 7. Hilton works on Shavers. 3 to shoot. Jackson dishes inside. No. That'll be a shot clock violation. Good defensive stand by the Lady Raiders.
Good defense there. And if anybody's taking a shot, I'd want it to be Delaney Snyder.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Their guards have been so good here in the second half and so effective.
Bristow comes in. Maya Pete goes out for Tech. Inside of 2 minutes in regulation. Shavers bumped by Hilton. That's a good call. Byers was making a couple of different slaps on that.
And I like the aggressive, but she did. She came down on her arm a couple of times.
I mean, when we can hear it over here.
Right, and which is unfortunate because honestly, they were about to have Jasmine on a wide open layup. That was a really good backdoor cut. Bristow was about to deliver that pass.
Well, that's good news. Jillian Hayes is back in the game. Mom and Dad back in Ohio. You can take a deep breath.
I think the entire Cincinnati staff just took a deep
Yeah,
breath.
I think everybody did.
But good. Glad to see her back up in action. You don't
Absolutely.
ever want to see a career end with something like that.
Here's a player that's upped her points per game every year of her career. Now it's a 2-point game. Things get interesting. It was 7. Johnson pokes it out. Good job defensively on Hilton.
Good play by Logan Johnson. Again, big defensive stand here. They've got it to a 1-point game. They've been able to get themselves to the foul line to put some points on the board. Can they generate some offense?
Johnson with Hilton. Hilton gets a step on the defense.
Good defense collapsing onto Hilton, not letting her get downhill.
Johnson now backs up. 5 to shoot. Ariel Jackson. Hilton gets it up in time. No. Rebound pulled away. Bristow.
But that's the problem with taking too much time. Now you're forced into taking a bad shot late into the shot clock when it matters. If you can get a better shot earlier, then I don't agree with so early taking time off the clock.
100%. Krista Gerlich uses one of her 3 remaining timeouts. Down by 2.
Because that's 2
inside of 60 seconds. And again, the stagnant offense. Kyla Freelon rolls. Nice job. Hayes picking her up. Off balance? No. Into the hands of Jackson. And Cincinnati's going to burn a timeout. Only 1 left. 0.1 on the game clock. I'm a little surprised Bailey Maupin's not in for Texas Tech just for offensive purposes. Hilton out front. Johnson's done a nice job on her. And again, they'll work the shot clock down.
Just about a 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Tech's going to have plenty of time if they can get a stop here.
Nice job, Logan Johnson, but Hilton still buries her 21st point.
That was incredible defense by Logan Johnson, and did a great job not fouling her there, but that was just better offense by Tanea Hilton. Tough finish there. See, a little spin move, but Logan Johnson is right there. Good contest, good offense, though, by Hilton.
Hilton with her 8th 20-point game, and that was impressive. Goes left, shoots right.
So good at being able to create her own shot and generate some offense when they need it the most.
I should say 9th 20-point game, and that's also her career best. And Tanea Hilton, career high points per game this season by about 7. Then you can see the numbers on her tonight. 8 over her season average.
She's known as a really good defender. She's known as a really good facilitator. But then she has nights where she is obviously a very capable scorer and can step up and do so much for this Bearcat program.
Bottom line, Tech needs something quickly.
Very quickly. And points have been hard to come by in this 4th quarter, so they've got to go quickly.
Bristow to Shavers, taking a little too much time. Danae Fritz, and we've got a foul call with 9.7. Kyla Freelon went down hard. Hayes picked up the foul.
Tech still hasn't made a field goal in this 4th quarter. They've managed to keep it alive just by getting themselves to the foul line and putting some points on the board that way. But this has been what has hurt them all year long. It's just these stretches of not being able to make a shot, and it's just really hurt them. And it's unfortunate because they've been playing really good defense. You know, they've got some talented people there, but they just have to have the confidence to step up and make a shot.
Absolutely. 0 for 9 for Texas Tech shooting here in the 4th quarter. Cincinnati's outscored them by 5. And Cincinnati's outscored them by 4 here in the second half. Cincinnati will call a timeout. The lead is just down to 3. Let's get to Tech's upcoming schedule. Schedule makers did not do the Lady Raiders a big favor. You got to go to Orlando, then you get on a plane, you got to fly to Arizona, to Tucson. Not an easy flight. And then you just at least you get to come home for senior day on March the 1st versus Colorado.
Right, and all 3 very winnable games. You know, they're all in that bottom 8. They're all fighting for positioning, and so all winnable games. But yeah, that is a tough travel schedule. That's almost a travel schedule right there.
that is. I mean, when I saw that at the beginning of the year, I thought, wow, that's tough for any team to play. But that's the way the cards were dealt. So we've got 9.7. Tech still with a timeout. Cincinnati, no timeouts left. Obviously, they were trying to get that last play into Jasmine Shavers, but Cincinnati, good job defensively.
So here, obviously, Coach Merriweather got the chance to advance the basketball. You've got to go quickly for a steal. You've got to try to, you know, deny the inbounds pass. You got to get a steal quickly, or else you've got to foul immediately.
And it'll be Jillian Hayes triggering the inbounds pass. Looking for Hilton. Hilton does a nice job just going all the way back. And the steal! Logan Johnson with 4. Oh, she tripped! Oh my goodness, had the layup, tripped and fell. And Cincinnati will win their 3rd consecutive game over the Lady Raiders.
They got what they were looking